Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns for the second Zelda 2 randomizer match in a row. I have here in the booth Jay Coper. It'll be a match between TheAlanHeffley and Schmidtty Games. I'll let Jay Coper take it from here.
Hello everybody. Got another losers bracket match happening here tonight between, like Shadow Magi said, TheAlanHeffley and Schmidtty Games. Alan Heffley, of course, organized this whole tournament and most of our recent tournaments, and Schmidtty Games did a vanilla all keys task. So both are somewhat notable in this Zelda 2 scene. Hopefully we'll have another interesting race here, just like the last one.
I just also want to give a nice thanks here to Jay Coper for stepping up and doing a second one in a row. Thank you very much, Jay Coper.
Yeah, I'm sure Lightning will be happier if I'm never sleep tonight, I guess. And this is a rough encounter right here. You don't want these swamp encounters with 4 big enemies at 1-1-1. And we got an early raft. It's a pretty nice ferry encounter for Schmidtty there. That life 2 for Schmidtty is, or for Alan Heffley is surely a relief. And if I were Schmidtty right there, I would have just taken that trip across on the raft and seen if I could get a couple quick 500-point bags in the east, maybe. But the east is going to go unexplored for now, at least on Schmidty's side. Looks like we've got Palace 2 there, though. And then this was either Palace 3 or 6. We're definitely not going to want to dip into the palaces too much until we get some keys. And a life 2 for Schmidtty. So they're even in levels. Come on, Alan, do it. Alan finds Palace 2. Man, these swamp encounters are not something I want to step into voluntarily, that's for sure. $100-point P-Bag for Schmidtty. Not the #1 thing you want to see, but you know, you can't decline points when you get them. Wrong side of Lifetown found. Palace 1, there you go, that's tempting. So we could have Palace 1, 2, and 3 all on the Western continent. It'd be a Fred moment, I suppose. Oh, this is a medicine cave. It's a bit rough at these levels that Schmidtty's got right now. I would be shocked if he makes it through here without a death, but there it goes. Good attempt, anyway. So it looks like Schmidtty got to this area by taking the Parappa Cave. And a magic key in the medicine cave there. That's certainly going to be useful. And that was actually probably worth digging out before we did too much else. Oh, TheAlanHeffley took a game over. Disappointing. Nice job by Schmidtty getting through those bubbles with very little help, though. Oh, didn't quite get the zombie link. I think I'd be tempted to go right into Palace 1 now that he's got that magic key to take care of those key doors. Here we've got the magic container cave. So we've got in here today. Don't need that key drop anymore. Oh, it's just a glove. Some pretty solid items to start here. Raft, key, glove. Looks like Alan's gonna go ahead and check out Palace 1 here. And he must have gotten at least one key drop. Means there's a good chance he can get through here. This is gonna be rough. Past this guy. There you go. Good work. Schmidtty has found Fairy Town. He's not gonna dip it without having either jumper fairies so that he can get down stab when he goes through there. That's the way it looks anyway. Trophy Cave? Did he just decide not to Trophy Cave because he was trying to get health refill? That's what it must have been. Alright, Schmidtty's heading right back where he game overed. Looks like Alan's gonna be grabbing the item out of 1 here. He does have enough keys for it, and he gets the cross. And I thought he got hit by that Mago. Schmidtty's gonna follow him right into Palace 1, so he'll be grabbing that cross as well, I'm sure. And finding himself a horse head, just like Alan is about to do. As long as these blue iron knuckles don't cause too much trouble. They're definitely not something you want to fight at attack 1 and magic or life 2. There you go. Schmidtty successfully gets through that first blue iron knuckle challenge. That 200 point bag is pretty welcome right now. But Alan takes a second death, so down to 1 more left to get to Horsehead, and through Horsehead, I suppose. Horsehead, not normally too much of a challenge, but at these levels, it's not completely free, I guess. Oh no. Alright, Schmidtty is on his way to the cross. Oh goodness, Alan barely makes it through there. And he's found Corset's room. Just don't take a hit from this guy. Please, Alan. Show me what you got. Nice, good start. And he'll be able to get a level from Horsehead. Wait, does Magic 3 cost more than Attack 3? That's kind of crazy. Not something you see every day. Oh, no. I saw that wrong. Magic 3 is cheaper, as usual. I don't even know if what I said is possible. Alright, Alan is going to go ahead here and discover his magic key. Wait, is this the magic key? I think this might be the glove. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm sure he'll get both of them. But he'll be a little disappointed that he didn't have the magic key, at least before going into 1. A lot of swinging on this Iron Knuckle for Schmidtty. Finally takes him down. Take that attack too. Alright. Alan gets his key. Glove is not far away. Just a little surprising there that Schmidtty didn't go ahead and take Life 3. Alright, I believe this is where the glove was for Schmidtty. Right here in the Magic Container Cave. Yep. Alright, so that's a glove piece now. If they get cold, maybe they can split the pair. Oh, Schmidtty up to attack 3. That's nice to have. Alan just getting a quick life refill there, it looks like. Oh no, Schmidtty takes the game over. That's unfortunate. I was gonna have to find his way back to Horsehead there. Alan has found Bagoo. I feel like Bagoo is probably not very relevant in this seed, with how convenient of a connector Parappa Cave is, but I guess you never know. Oh, I don't think Schmidtty ever did go into Trophy Cave and get that key bag. Dude. It's a little bit of a rude enemy placement anyway, considering the complete lack of down stab potential here so far. Hey, you never know what'll happen. Maybe one of these guys will give their next opponent a run for their money. We got a death mount sighting there. Our death mount in the last race was extremely cramped. Looked like it was a little more open this time. And looks like both entrances were quite open there. I didn't notice what the first spell was. Maybe I didn't notice and I just kind of zoned out for it. Ooh, we got an early fire spell. Let's see what this is linked to. Oh, it looks like it was the first spell was life. So I don't think fire was castable at Magic 3. You might want to get that magic leveled up so that we can see if fire is something fun. Like maybe thunder? Grab the jar. It's right there. Whatever. Alan could have gotten away with just talking to the magic lady, but go west to find the hammer. Well, that's an interesting clue. So there's another cave out there somewhere. No idea where it is. Death Mountain holds the trophy. That's not exciting. Man, that fire is really intriguing right now. I'd be curious to see if these guys go ahead and take Magic 4 when they reach it. Of course, they might be the type to take it Life 4 before doing that even. Yeah, it looks like Alan's gonna do that. I bet he takes Magic 4 next. It's always an interesting situation when the swamp encounters are path. Then you kind of want to stick in the swamp a little more, but of course just walking in the swamp is slow in itself. Schmidtty decides to up an A. there's got to be another cave out there somewhere that has the hammer in it. We haven't seen the hammer. There's still 2 caves left that we haven't seen the items for. One of them could be hammer blocked. But yeah, it's possible that that cave is boots blocked. But we still have some more exploring to do, I think. Oh yeah, there is that one cave that's hammer block right there. Well, that cave obviously doesn't have the hammer in it, so curious about the other cave that does. And I would want to get that hammer before I head east. No, that's not where the hammer is there, Alan. So Alan's gonna head into 2. Makes some sense because he's got the key and the glove, and I guess Schmidtty is already there, so maybe we'll have some sync going on. Schmidtty decides to up an A. That was kind of abrupt. I wonder what that was all about. If we seen the other side of Jump Cave, maybe that's required. There is one connector cave that leads to nothing, it seems. Ooh, Alan goes ahead and takes... Oh, it's not Thunderfire. It's Thunder Jump. That's certainly disappointing. But that'll let us get Downstab. Downstab is still pretty cool. Looks like Schmidtty is going backwards through Fairy Cave now, which is interesting. Some fun combat for Alan there. I feel like Schmidtty wants that hammer. Oh, Schmidtty is going to just go ahead and head east. Maybe he's had enough fun looking for that hammer. Wow. So we've got one option here in the east without the boots, and this pass-through cave right here is it. That's pretty rough. Of course, we do know that downstab is available, which would be nice to have. Just have to get magic up to level 4. Oh, Alan has found another dead end. Oh, was that a That looked like that was New Kasuto there. Hammer blocked. And there's the medicine. Okay. That could be nice for Alan. If he gets a magic level, then he'll be able to get downstab and the medicine spell at the same time. There's nothing you can do in the East. Wow. That hammer is looming very large right now, for sure. We gotta figure out how to get that. No, I bet the boots are New Kasuto. A little bit of quick experience for Alan there. Alright, Alan's found the item room. Palace 2 here. Let's see what we got. No, it's not the hammer. It's a magic jar. That could very well be required to get the boots out of New Kasuto. This is all speculation on my part. But it's not speculation without cause. Oh, Schmidtty finally got that life spell. That's interesting that he didn't get that before now. Oh, finally! This must be the hammer right here. This... Schmidtty, do something! Quit standing on top of the gel arm. I don't know what he's trying to prove there. He could have easily cast life. But he's going to get his hammer here. So this is going to be interesting to see where this hammer leads us. Schmidtty is... Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take down this red Dyra for 50. Oh man, they were worth 200 last seed. They've rolled from the highest possible to the lowest possible now. Alan should be okay, I think. Even though he's got a weak sword, he's got the life 5, and you could still cast life again, I think. I didn't see where that hammer, that P-Bag cave was, where Schmidtty got the hammer. Might be right around there, I guess. Oh, Schmidtty is looking to cash in his medicine, I think. But he doesn't have Magic 4 yet. Alan, meanwhile, has a 2 gems to 1 placed advantage. Schmidtty just has more knowledge about the East, and he's got the hammer. Those are the 2 advantages he has. But Alan does have the magic container out of 2 as well as the gem placed there. Alan needs to get on finding that hammer cave. like it could be important. And by that hammer cave, I mean the cave with the hammer in it, in this scene. And let's see what's in this cave right here, beside the Dyra. Man, orange is also minimum XP. Oh man, just a candle there. I'm still looking for that hammer. Not really sure what Schmidtty is trying to do now. He might be going to Palace too. See if he gets some levels just like Alan did. Oh, he also he's gonna want to go to this town and cash in that medicine. Alan picking up his downstab. Certainly nice to have. So this is kind of interesting that they're both in this town for different purposes. There's spell. And I bet the spell item is the boots. Let's see if Schmidtty heads back east now. Oh, that was crazy. I don't know if the sound is on Alan's side or not, but he just upnade at an interesting time and had this game make some weird noise. No way. Boots are definitely in the spell tower. Can he cast spell? I feel like it's unlikely he can cast spell with 4 jars at Magic 3. Only 5 magic containers required. That's big for Alan. I didn't see what the cost of spell was. I assume that he can cast it. $55. And reflect in here. Could be a pretty nice town here, depending on what's in that spell tower or that magic container lady's house. Oh, it's just a heart. So, oh wow. I guess Schmidtty is coming in here first because this palace is a lot easier to get to from the start. But he's not getting that magic container out of 2 yet. Okay. Just a heart in Palace 3. So that means our answer is either the magic container item in Spelltown there, Nukasudo, or it's in Death Mountain. My vote is still for Nukasudo. Sure seems like Alan must be getting close too. The boss here. And there he is. So I would say Alan probably has a leg up in this race, but he needs to get to that hammer cave quickly. And by the hammer cave, I mean the cave that actually has the hammer in it again. But he definitely has the gem lead as well as the level lead. And he's heading east, so he's going to discover the bad news over here without that hammer. At least he's got down stab. That makes getting through the east a ton easier. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything with the hammer. I don't know. Alan found himself a friend. So the people in his town will turn to bats if you talk to the wrong ones. He's a very kind, handsome-hearted gentleman. Alright, Alan up next. And Schmidtty just discovered that he's got fire jump. So I'm sure Schmidtty is gonna go back and get that down stab at some point soon. Probably not before he finishes this palace up though. Including getting the magic container. And Alan still needs to find that hammer. The hammer is definitely required just to get reflect, if nothing else. Oh wow, that rock is really easy to access in Death Mountain too. I'm surprised that Schmidtty hasn't gone and knocked that out yet. Oh, Alan has finally found his hammer. Assuming he can get past that Zelda. Looks like Schmidtty took it up an A. I'm a little surprised that Alan didn't walk out of there and go back to that Death Mountain rock. Schmidtty finding the same dead end in Pals 2 that Alan did. And grabbing his candle, Alan. So definitely looking forward to seeing Alan go west again, or east again, I mean, and see what's in that spell tower. Or not the spell tower, but the magic shader lady's house. Yeah, I think going to Spectacle Rock was the thing to do immediately after getting the hammer. I think it just wasn't on his mind. Not on his radar. Alright. Find out pretty soon if Death Mountain is required. This is either the boots or we're going to Death Mountain. Those aren't boots. For those who aren't familiar with the footwear. It's not like those sandwich bags that you wear on your feet. So, yeah, we're going to Death Mountain then. Alan doesn't know that yet, but he's gonna discover that pretty quickly here. No, the graphic changes that Schmidtty has made are not an option in the randomizer. Oh, Alan doesn't have spell yet. That's unfortunate because he's gonna go and get spell now, and then he's gonna have to come back there. So that's gonna be some time wasted for Alan, which is that's good for Schmidtty because he's gonna be wasting some time here on his end. I mean, Spectacle Rock is certainly very easy to get to, but and maybe that's what Alan's doing. Oh, nope, looks like he's committing. Maybe he doesn't realize how easy Spectacle Rock was to get to. I don't think he even noticed from that other entrance to Death Mountain. Maybe he was just doing the starting caves there. He might commit harder to the other side of Death Mountain. We'll see. I'm a little surprised that he's not going to cash in the medicine. He does have it, right? Yeah, he definitely got the medicine. Okay. Oh, it's a trophy! So the boots are in Hammer Cave. That's fun. Oh, hey. Schmidtty's also in Death Mountain. Got that trophy. But he doesn't know that he needs to go into Death Mountain yet. Because he still has to get that item out of the Magic Container Lady's house. Meanwhile, Ellen doesn't have the Spell Towers item, but he doesn't know that that's available. I'm not quite sure why he hasn't cashed in his medicine yet. Oh, Schmidtty didn't finish 3, huh? Did he go? He went into 3, didn't he? Did he get the item in 3 and then up an A out? Oh, it sure would be nice to have some boots to help explore this Death Mountain. Too bad that's not going to happen. Maybe he didn't. No, he definitely went into 3. He 100% went into 3. Because it's right near start. I think he might have got the item out of there. Yeah, he did. I think the item in 3 was a heart. Well, that's an unfortunate path for down there. Definitely some interesting seeds we've had here so far tonight. Yeah, I think Rebanak is probably past the room that downstab is basically required for. So, he might be going back with downstab. Oh man. The trophy just gives us jump, which is pretty useless considering we've already got a very cheap cast of jump with our fire spell. Alright. Looks like Schmidtty is off to get the rest of his bad/good news. Oh, Alan has found the Hammer Cave. Big news for TheAlanHeffley's side. If you're on Team TheAlanHeffley, you're definitely feeling pretty good about where you're sitting right now. And there's our boots. So, one thing of interest is I think we've already seen the water tile. Might want to head right back there before we do much of anything else. But it's also possible that those boots are go mode, basically. We just need to find Thunder. And we need to confirm if we need the flute. I don't think we have the flute yet, right? No, it doesn't look like it. True, true. Fairy could certainly be required. We don't know that. I guess I didn't even realize that they didn't have fairy yet. Looks like Alan is gonna go right on into Palace 5 here. Poor guy. And we've got another early Guma. So, is the item in Palace 5 going to be required again? It would have to be the flute, I think. We've already got the kid, don't we? Or am I wrong? Maybe we don't have a kid, so the kid could be required in here. If I'm Alan, I am never digging this right here, though, that's for sure. Alright, well, it was a good choice to dip in there, for sure, but, we gotta figure out if that flute's required, and we've gotta find Thunder. Alright, Schmidtty has found the Hammer Cave. Good news for him. He is still 2 gems behind, though. I really love the way that that path projected out towards the Maze Island Bridge. Alan is dipping right into 6 as well. I don't think he found the other palace in the east, but I might have missed because I looked away for a minute. What's that? I don't think he's in full anything mode. It looks like Schmidtty is going to go ahead and grab this water tile item right away. I don't think Alan grabbed this. Oh, and it's the flute? That's interesting. So we don't know if that flute is required. As far as I know, it certainly could be required. I think that would be the break that that Schmidtty needs to get back into this race right now. Being that he's 2 gems behind and might be 3 gems pretty soon. Another magic container for Schmidtty. Oh, he's gonna come back here and finish P3, I guess. I'm a little confused at the timing of that up and A. Oh, Alan doesn't have Fairy yet. That could be bad news for him. That was a little bit of unfortunate decision making for Alan there. Maybe shouldn't have stabbed that statue. Not sure. I guess he could have certainly used the magic refill. Oh, there's a fairy block there. Is Alan gonna look for these items now? Or is he just bailing out on Maze Island completely? It's very interesting. So he's probably going to go ahead and look for those towns to try to get the spells. Oh, and there's the other palace. Okay, so the flute is not required, unless it's required to go through the to go through a river delve. But the palace is not flute blocked. So all we need to do here is see the we need to get that thunder spell. Basically, we know we have access to all the towns. We just need to find that thunder, or to all the palaces rather. So it's still possible that the kid is required. We don't know where the kid is. Alright, looks like Schmidtty is about to close the gap a little bit as far as the gem lead goes. It does look like Fairy might have been required in that P6 as well, doesn't it? So I think there's a really good chance that the kid is required, but we can go into Durrani and get the hint for where the kid is. Well, there's thunder, but it certainly looks like Fairy is required. So, we've got one more spell left that doesn't require the kid. I could be misreading that. That Palace 6 as well. Maybe there's a way around that doesn't require Fairy. But the way that Alan walked through there seems to imply that Fairy is required. Where is that other town? There's so many places I can hide. Meanwhile, Schmidtty is placing his 4th gem. So they've got the same gems placed now. Alan definitely has more knowledge, though. Oh, here's that last town, finally. So this will be a bit of a moment of truth here. Is this our fairy spell? Or do we need to find that kid? There's our fairy spell. That would be full dig shake for TheAlanHeffley. He's in really good shape. So now he just needs to go and finish those palaces. 4 and 6. I like the decision not to spend any time in 4 until knowing if you wanted that item, I guess. Though that last town was pretty tough to find. So, yeah, this isn't good news for Schmidtty. He's digging Palace 6 as well. Unless he can find a way through here that Alan couldn't. It certainly looked like Fairy was required. This is definitely looking like it could be a pretty decent time for Alan. Oh, Schmidtty has found the item in Palace 6. I don't think Alan did. That's intriguing. It's too bad that he didn't find the boss. It seems really unlikely that he's going to end up getting the boss out of this. But I can't blame him for trying. This way looks like it has potential. I don't recall seeing Alan go this way. And there's Barba. So Fairy was not required. That's some big news. Nice little jackhammer there by Schmidtty. Oh gosh, Schmidtty. I'm not sure if he's gonna have to refight him or not. Sometimes the key just drops and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, the key dropped this time. Good. Yeah, the no XP is definitely a little sad. Yeah, Schmidtty is thinking hard about this leveling decision here. Let's see, decided to go to the bathroom or something. Alright, Alan's found Barba. So Schmidtty still has to do P4. He does have Reflect though, right? Was it the fast way though, or was it the slow way? Because you had to go and get Fairy. And it certainly wasn't easy to get to. Now, if Fairy is required in Great Palace, which is certainly possible, then that would be another story. Alright, so Alan's got his last gem placed, and wow, Schmidtty is right behind him. Yeah, GP is it's somewhere. It's in Valley of Death. We haven't seen it yet, but no one went through Valley of Death, so. Yeah, I'd say it's a race. The levels leave a little to be desired. We got 5, 5, 6 over here, and I'm not sure what Alan's at. A little better than 5, 5, 6 for sure. 5, 6, 6. Oh no, Schmidtty's taking this dead end. I think it's probably in Schmidtty's best interest to just up an A. Now, Schmidtty will not be able to fairy feed. Oh, Schmidtty still needs Thunder? Okay, so that was in that town way in the south. That changes things quite a bit. So, about a 114 entry for Alan. No. GP is just in its vanilla spot. Got a fun decision room already. Is this thunder here? Might be. I feel like you see it there about 1/7 of the time. Okay, there's thunder for Schmidtty. And there's Alan using thunder on the other side. Slowly taking down the giant bird here. I'm not sure I like this guy being called a bird. It's not all that bird-like in my opinion. So this is an interesting, crucial moment for Alan here. It's not the easiest fight, but he's just he's got to get through this. And Schmidtty is right on his tail, heading through VOD here. Schmidtty does not have fairy, remember, so Schmidtty wants to do these encounter skips instead, since fairy feet is not an option for him. And there's Alan's second death to Thunderbird. Looks like it's going to be right about a 3-minute difference. And if Alan doesn't take down Thunderbird with this life, they'll be pretty much tied, I'd say. Schmidtty is on the right path, though, to get to Thunderbird. Just straight to the right, and there's the game over for Alan. Well, we've certainly got a race here. Let's see how Schmidty's Thunderbird fight goes. Slow and steady for Schmidtty here. He's getting some triples in, though. Oh, man. That extra heart might be the difference maker for Schmidtty in this fight, but not that time. Oh man, Schmidtty just went right through that fireball. The reflex saved him. Oh, hey, Thunderbird is down for Schmidtty. All right, well, let's see how these drops fare for Schmidtty. This is a good sign. I would be more than happy to see this drop immediately after the other one. Might be coming up on Dark Link pretty quickly here. There was an alternate path that could have led to a loop back there. Yeah, you gotta take a death there, I think, Schmidtty. I mean, not technically, but let's be real. There you go. Oh, yeah, Alan took down Thunderbird as well, so we're gonna have quite the finish here. Oh man, there is Dark Link. Alan is not far behind, but I don't think there's any way that Schmidtty can lose this much time on Dark Link. Alan just took a long time on Thunderbird. Sounds like Schmidtty is here. Might as well wait and see if Alan is coming in. But GG to you, Schmidtty.
Thank you. I'm really surprised I won.
Oh, yeah, that was quite a race. Alan's declining the interview because doesn't want to disturb his wife, but might as well wait and see if Alan. Yeah, Alan was ahead by about 3 minutes going into GP, and then he died a total of I think 4 times to Thunderbird, which obviously includes a game over. And you know, I think you might have died once, but anyway. Yeah, but then your second fight was pretty smooth. So I think that was really the difference in the end. Before that, yeah, Schmidtty, or I'm sorry, Alan really had an early lead as far as gems placed and items and things like that. But you made up the difference in a hurry at the end. He went and got Fairy to do Palace 6, whereas you found a way around getting that, and it obviously wasn't required in either Palace 6 or in Great Palace. So, yeah, and the Fairy was in Old Kasuda, which was really tough to find. But at least it wasn't blocked by the kid, which we have no idea where the kid was. So,
really behind after how bad the early game went for me.
Yeah, yeah, you were definitely at some points about 2 gems behind, but then you really made up good time at the end. So
the only chance I had after finding Thunder, if I had any chance at all, was just go in. I couldn't, if I was upstab blocked or if I was fairy blocked, it was pretty much over anyway, so.
yeah, well, I don't know if Alan didn't have upstab either. I
want to go into Denver.
don't think he did.
That was a wild seed. I thought it was going to be fast with the items we got early, and then I went east and boots blocked by.
Yeah, that was quite a setup in the east. I really thought that the new Kasuto was going to have like immediate progression. It did have reflect, which was of course required, but it didn't have like the boots, for instance. Of course, the boots ended up being in the last possible spot, which wasn't even hammer blocked. But you did need that hammer to get the reflect spell anyway, so it's not like finding that hammer cave was a waste.
It was a fun seed. I figured the west that I could just roll over the east pretty quickly, even with low levels. It was we had decent survivability, and our attack damage was alright, so we could probably get through alright. It worked out.
Yeah, Alan focused on the west even more than you did. Like, you by far had knowledge of the east first and what was going on over there. But it was kind of funny because you went over there and you didn't have the 5th magic container when you found Kasuto. Alan went over there and he didn't have the spell. So you were both missing out on an item there.
I double dipped so many things. Alice 3 with 3 times. I went into P3 with 3 times, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen some days, I guess.
It was a tough seed. I really didn't think I was going to win.
Yeah. Well, you did win, and now you have the privilege of my understanding is facing the loser of Unos and RCS.
So, an unstoppable force or an immovable object. So, you know?
Yeah. I mean, just gotta put your best effort out there and see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All we can do is run the seed. Go on a randomized adventure, see what we can do.
But, yeah, good luck in your next matchup. And I think that's going to do it for us for tonight. Unless you have any final thoughts?
GG's to Ta, and thank you everybody for putting on the show. Thank you, Jay Coper, for sticking around and doing comps for us.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be awake, but I am here, so yeah, I'm not commentating any more races tonight. I don't care what you guys say.
Thankfully, there are no more races tonight.
So I'm sure we've got races coming up tomorrow. Obviously, we do. I'm racing tomorrow. Unos and RCS are racing tomorrow. It's going to be a big night.
Yep, tomorrow it's just those 2 races on the schedule. Your race, Jay Coper, looks like it's at 7:30 Eastern PM, and then Unos versus RCS is 9:30 PM Eastern.
So I guess we'll see you all then. Thanks to our restreamer, commentator, tracker, all those other people that aren't me. Alright, and see you tomorrow night.